Hey, what's up guys? It's Retro Coyote here, and today we're doing another tier list. Today we're doing a childhood TV show tier list. Now I grew up in the late 90s, early 2000s, so I grew up with a lot of these. This was what I watched on weekends when I got home from school, whatever. I had some of them on video. So I'm familiar with most of these, but not all of them, and we're going to rate them on a tier list. So today our tier list goes from S to D. D, I'm also going to fill in with shows that I'm just not familiar with. So if you like this kind of content, let me know by liking the video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and please remember guys that we are a Patreon funded show. So if you want to check out our Patreon and help out the channel, go ahead and hit up that link in my profile page. It's going to take you straight to it. It's only $1 a month, and it gets you access to our new community Discord. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Let us know what kind of tier list you'd like to see in the future. Let's get right on into it. So, starting off with 101 Dalmatians, it was mid. I'll be honest, there was some bangers on the Disney Channel, or on Toon Disney, whatever you want to call it. This was not one of them. All Grown Up. People seem to like All Grown Up, and I liked it better than regular Rugrats, I'll be honest with you. Because I don't care about babies. I really don't. I also don't care about the Chipmunks. I'm not that old. I'm in my 30s, guys, but I'm not that old. Amanda Show. I would watch it when it was on, because sometimes it was funny. Animaniacs, you already know, man. Animaniacs is S tier. If you grew up in the 90s, Animaniacs is S tier. Alright? And that's straight from the heart. The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, clearly showing my bias. I'm a Sonic fan. So there you go. Arthur. Arthur was A tier. One of the only things I ever watched on KERA, Channel 13. That was PBS here in Texas. Yep, Arthur was good. I know about this show. I didn't really watch it, so it's going in D, along with the Barnyard Pals. Batman Beyond was S tier. It was a worthy successor to Batman the Animated Series. Didn't hit the heights that it did. It came close, though. It was really good. Really, really good. Good enough where I think they can stand side by side with each other. This one is a little bit better. You know what? Here. Yeah. I feel comfortable. You know what? No. You know what? Yeah. Bear on the Bear Show. It's wholesome. It's not what I'm into, but it's wholesome. So it gets the top of C tier. Ben 10. Is this? Yes, that looks like original Ben 10. Again, you know, not my favorite show. I'd watch it when it was on. Had some good episodes, some good character design. Between the Lions, did not care for it. Dream Island, I'm not familiar with it. Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. I like this one better than the Animani. Well, no, I can't. You know what? There we go. I'm not gonna disrespect the Animaniacs like that. Blue's Clues. Not a bad show. Not one I really mess with. By the time it came out, I was already too old for it. But I do understand the impact it had on a lot of childhoods, so that will save it from D tier. Winnie the Pooh, that's my mom's thing, not mine. Oh man, there was an animated show for Buzz Lightyear. It was cool. I'd watch it when it was on Disney. Like I said, Disney Channel had some bangers. Camp Lazlo, it existed. It was one of the shows of all time. Captain Planet, he's our hero. Gonna take pollution down to 0. Care Bears can burn where they belong. Cat Dog. You know what? No. Cat Dog goes up here because it's almost Ren and Stimpy levels of gross sometimes, and I appreciate that. Never really watched Cat Scratch. Never really watched Chalk Zone. Not big on Charlie Brown. I had the book when I was a kid, like a big book of Peanuts cartoons, comics, whatever you want to call them. And when I was a little kid, my grandma would read those stories to me as a bedtime story. So I love the comics. I love the comic strips because that's a very like warm and fuzzy childhood memory for me. As far as the actual shows go, I wasn't really into it. Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers, you know what? They were okay. Chowder, it just for the meme factor, it gets B tier. It thrives on memes alone, I think, at this point. Clifford, D tier. Star Wars, oh dude. Star Wars was beautiful. That was well animated, good storytelling. It did everything. And Jenny Tartakovsky, makers of Samurai Frickin' Jack, you already know it's going in S tier where it belongs. Right alongside Courage the Cowardly Dog, good horror movie for kids kind of stuff. Danny Phantom, A tier. I didn't watch it as often as a lot of those other shows, but I will tell you this: when I watched it, it was good. Dave the Barbarian. Man, I didn't watch it a whole lot, but the stuff I saw was hilarious, and I wish I could have watched more of it. So it goes, it gets C tier. It gets saved from the bottom. Dexter's Lab, S tier. Dora the Explorer in the bottom. Dragon Tales, that's the little brother, show that he liked. I did not care for it. Those were not real dragons. D. Drake and Josh, never saw it. Ed, and Eddie, you already know it's S tier. Get out of here. What are you doing? Freaking Fairly Odd Parents, I love that show. Misadventures of Flapjack was one of my favorites. I know a lot of people are starting to rediscover it. It's really good. It's really good if you like that kind of weird comedy, and it has a kind of a unique art style. I quite like it. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends was just an experiment in character design, because the limit is literally your imagination, and I appreciated that. And Blue was funny, and he was kind of a jerk sometimes, so ha 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 ha. Franklin the Turtle, he's at the bottom. Garfield and Friends, I remember watching that in daycare when I was the tiniest of tiny kids. It's one of my earliest memories, and I remember even then, man, this show was boring. When's Mortal Kombat cartoon gonna come on? Get out of here. Goof Troop, you know what? Goof Troop gets to be in the D tier. I don't remember much of it, but when it was on, it was good. It was good animation quality. Jim Partner's Monkey is D, did not care for it. Hamtaro was adorable, and so it gets, as one of the anime that was on during the anime boom of the early 2000s, and I was in the anime Japan anything at the time. I was an otaku, as the kids say, so it goes in the B tier. Hey Arnold was good. It's going in C tier because I didn't watch it as much as a lot of these other shows. It's a good show, it's just not one that I watched. Hi Puffy Yamayumi, again, big show with the anime boom, a little bit later than Hamtaro. Still really good, and it got me into J-pop and J-rock. House of Mouse, didn't care for it. Inanimate Insanity, don't know what that is. Invader Zim, man, I wish they could have done more with this show. We got a movie a couple years ago. It's on Netflix. It's Enter the Florpus. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's awesome, dude. Jimmy Neutron I didn't really watch it. Johnny Bravo, on the other hand, S tier. Johnny Test, also S tier. A little late, hit me when I was a teenager, but it was on. It was funny. It was good. The humor was on point. They knew what they were doing when they made this show. So full point in the credit. Kids Next Door, amazing. And it could do whatever it wanted, tell whatever kind of stories it wanted. It's funny enough to be funny, action-packed enough to be action-packed. It wanted to be, emotional and impactful. It could do that too. It was a good all-around show. A lot of fun. Kim Possible. It's going in A tier. Only because, again, I was a Cartoon Network kid. I didn't watch Nickelodeon a whole lot growing up, or Disney Channel, but when this was on, I watched it because it was good. Great character design. Again, people are starting to, bring the show back because it's nostalgic. I definitely understand why. Kirby and Dreamland. Yo! This was on Fox Kids, Jetix, or whatever. This show was awesome. I love Kirby. I'm a huge Kirby fan, and when when this came out, I was like, yes, Kirby on TV, let's go. So absolutely, and I didn't catch as much of this as I would have liked, but it was really, really good what I did catch. Lilo and Stitch, you know what? It can go into C tier. It was good show. Didn't watch it, but I know it was good. Bear, Bill, Mermaid, Looney Tunes. It's going in B tier because I respect the classics. It's Looney Tunes. You can't not appreciate or respect what they did. Without them, most of this stuff wouldn't exist. So I respect you. Get out of here. Magic School. Respect the Magic School Bus. S tier. Men in Black. Dude, people forget about this one. People sleep on the Men in Black cartoon. Alright? Real talk. Put some respect on their name. This show was amazing. Because it wasn't live action. They could do so much more creative design with the aliens and special effects and stuff they could do. If you're able to find this show anywhere, please check it out. It is amazing. Old Timey Mickey Mouse, didn't care for it. Muppet Babies, didn't care for it. Muppet Show goes in C tier. I don't know what that is. That's a kid's show. Phineas and Ferb. You know, I only just discovered Phineas and Ferb here recently. I obviously knew that the show existed, but I never really actually sat down and watched it until like, I think it was a couple months ago, about a year ago, I think. And it goes on A tier because it's good. It was really good. So yeah, they made a fan out of me. Definitely. Pinky and the Brain. S tier. Pokemon. S tier. Get out of here. Powerpuff Girls. S tier. A pup named Scooby-Doo. When it was on, I watched it. It was good. I liked it better than the original series. And I know that's sacrilege, but I mean, you want to do young Scooby-Doo, this is how you do it. You do not do Scrappy. You should never do Scrappy. Recess. Recess was okay. Rocko's Modern Life, again, it was okay. Roly Poly Oly, get out of here. Rugrats, I appreciate what they did, not a show for me. It can go in C tier because of what it did and its legacy. Sonic Sat AM, they actually tried to tell a story, and they did a really good job. They actually made him, Dr. Eggman, Dr. Robotnik, they actually made him a threatening villain, so full credit and fairness, and this is going to go right there with B tier, right next to its counterpart, pup named Scooby-Doo. Sesame Street, it gets a B tier, again, just out of respect, just because it was made by the Public Broadcasting Network to teach inner-city kids and give them a good, educational, wholesome show to watch. I remember anyone who was a kid ever grew up watching Sesame Street, and you can remember some of the stuff. It was a good show. It is a good show, and I hope they keep, I hope they keep doing it. Trash. Sonic X was awesome. They touched on adventure storylines. SpongeBob, S tier. Just come on, man. Like, I wasn't even big on Nickelodeon, but you can't not like SpongeBob. It's good hangover TV. Get out of here. Clone Wars. Dude, this show, like, they just released the last season of this, like, a couple years ago. I say just, but you know what I'm talking about. Or the finale of the last season, whatever. Dude, like, this stands with the movies and how good it is. And I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. I mean, I would even almost go so far as to say it's peak Star Wars. Superman the Animated Series, yes, but only because some of the episodes had Lobo in them, and he was hilarious. I never saw this. I saw this, and it was amazing. It's going in a... But don't you... You deserve better, alright? Love yourself, Mario Brothers Super Show. Super Mario World, I never watched it. Total Drama. Dude, Total Drama. Total Drama gets A tier. Not S tier. It's not there for me. It's just not there for me. But it's good. It's funny. I watched it when it was on. It was ha funny. It made me giggle in my face. Teen Titans. You know what? S tier. Probably one of DC's better shows. And I was super jazzed when they came out with Young Justice. Such a good show. Like, oh my god. You want a great show about these guys? Watch Young Justice. It's amazing. My Life as a Teenage Robot gets an A tier for me. I didn't watch it a lot because, again, I wasn't a Nickelodeon kid. But when this was on, it was really cool because it was very, Japanese anime style, so I dug it. Winnie the Pooh, that's my mom's thing, not mine. Didn't really care. Angry Beavers, I never really watched it. Time Squad, I remember Time Squad. You know what? It's going to go into C tier because it was okay. I also remember the Timon and Pumbaa show, but only vaguely. Didn't make a big impression, but it was okay, so it's going into C tier. Tiny Toon Adventures, on the other hand, sir, it's going into A tier. It was good. Like, that's what the Looney Tunes should have been. If they would have made a Looney Tunes show like that, of that quality, like Steven Spielberg getting the actual Looney Tunes and just making a Looney Tunes show, would have been amazing. But what we got was really good too. Tom and Jerry, B. It's a classic. It's going to be right here. Matter of fact, it's going to be right here with the Looney Tunes, because you can't not respect your classics. The Weekenders, never watched it. What's New? Scooby-Doo was... Well, it was okay. The Wiggles, you know what? They're going to get a C tier just for Psycho Salad. Zaboomafoo goes in S tier. That completes our list, boys and girls. So you can see, I'm clearly stating my bias in favor of like WB, Cartoon Network, that kind of thing. Because obviously I grew up a Cartoon Network kid. But there's some Nickelodeon in there, and there's some other stuff too. But tell me, what was your favorite show out of these that we looked at? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this, then again, go ahead and drop a like, guys. Make sure to subscribe while you're here, and let me know what kind of tier lists that you would like to see, because these are pretty easy for me to sit down and make. So I'd like to know what you want to see down in the comments below. And again, hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. We're a Patreon-funded show, so check that out as well. Catch you guys next time. Bye!